400 billion Lego bricks, and still counting. 1931 was not an easy year for Ole Kirk Christiansen, a carpenter living in a small village in Denmark. Like many people, Ole and his family were suffering in the midst of a worldwide economic disaster known as the Great Depression. Ole had 3 small sons to support, and his wife was expecting their 4th child. The future seemed bleak and racked with hunger. A growing business. Ole was rich in one thing, though: wood. His village, Billet, was surrounded by a forest of birch trees. Ole used the wood to make ladders and stools. He created them in miniature first to get their designs just right. That's how he hit on the idea of building toys. Even poor farmers could afford a few toys at Christmas time. Ole drove from town to town, looking for buyers for his wooden trucks and animals. Often he accepted food for payment. The decades passed, and his business grew. Ole started making toys out of plastic. It was cheap, and it didn't peel or chip. Ole's son, Godfrey, worked with his father in the company. It was his idea to create a set of plastic blocks that an imaginative kid could use to build and rebuild. Ole loved the idea. They called their invention Lego bricks. A flop at first. The first Lego bricks were a flop. They were simply hollow plastic squares, and they came apart too easily. What the bricks needed was clutch power, the ability to cling to each other until small hands pried them apart. Godfrey's solution? Bricks with studs on top and tubes underneath. In 1958, they released Town Plan, one of the very first Lego sets. Ole died just a few months later. Play well. It's safe to say that the Lego brand has succeeded beyond Ole's wildest dreams. Over the past 56 years, the company has produced more than 400 billion Lego bricks, 62 for every person on Earth. There are thousands of different Lego sets, Lego theme parks, a hit movie, video games, and more. And yet the company's vision remains as simple as it was when Ole was making blocks out of birch trees from the Danish forest. The word Lego comes from the Danish term leggot. It means play well.